And good evening and welcome to the very debut first edition of UFL Weekly. My name's Ralph Willams along with Pensman Sports. Brian Pettit will not be joining us tonight, but will be back with us next week. We will be here every Sunday night at 8 o'clock p.m. through the UFL season, which isn't long because there's not that many games and not that many teams. But we're here to bring you some great coverage of the UFL and talk about the games this week. And there were some great debut games and that were dogfights. And the only one that wasn't was the Dallas-Houston game, and I'll explain that later. But ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ralph Willams. I am the host of the UFL Weekly Show. And, yeah, let me talk to you. And what do you want to talk about? We're here today to talk about the UFL tonight, and that's what we're talking about tonight. So, also, comments will be dealt with by subject at hand. So we will go with what's up here by Isaiah. Thank you, Isaiah, for what's up. And, okay, well, all right, there you go, Isaiah. Thank you anyway for at least participating in this and at least saying hello. Also, I want to thank those who are watching out there tonight. And we are on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, X, and we're also on the Kick Network, and we're also on Outlaw Sports Network, and we're also simulcast on Pensman Sports as well. Pensman, welcome to the program. How are you today? Or tonight, I mean. Geez, I'm sorry, tonight.
You're good. I'm hanging in there. Duke just lost by a point. They were up by 19, and they ended up losing by 1. Mullins with a great shot, 25 feet back, and put it up, and UConn defeated them. So trying to get over it, but it's all good.
Well, at the beginning of this thing, I told everybody about Illinois, and nobody believed me. And look where Illinois is. But actually, believe it or not, Pensman, that is the only team that I've been right on. I was wrong on Miami of Ohio. I had to take my L on that, as Luther Dupree would say. And then I had to take my L on TCU. And, and then I took my L on St. John's. So, there we are.
So the Final Four is UConn, Illinois, Arizona, and Michigan now in the Final Four. We'll see who's the champion, but Duke just got eliminated about 20 minutes ago. So
yeah, Arizona has a really good team. They have a better team than I thought. They haven't been good since Sean Miller, and but now they're starting to come around again. So
I think Arizona's going to mollywop the Michigan team. I really do.
Yeah. Well, you know what? You never know in this thing. This is a tournament, and everybody gets excited about it. And
I know.
You just never know.
That was crazy.
Oh yeah. All right. Let's talk about our UFL games here today. And yesterday there were 3 games. Tonight there's 1 game going on. Tonight it's Columbus at Orlando, and Orlando is a new team. Or actually not a new team. They're a rebranded team, as we're going to say, because they were once in the USFL. They've been in the XFL. And now they're back in the UFL. And Orlando is coached by Anthony Beckett, who used to coach the Arlington, which is now the Dallas team. And the Renegades. He used to coach them, and now he's the coach with Orlando. Let's go over some of these games, Pensman. Let's look at first. We're going to look at the first game, Birmingham and Louisville. This game here was right down to the nitty gritty. Birmingham had to pull it out by the skin of their chinny chin, 15-13 over the Louisville Kings. There were some coaching mistakes made in this game. Louisville made a bad mistake. They should have went for that 4 points, and they didn't. And Chris Redmond is now getting a taste of what it's like to be a head coach. Go ahead, Pensman.
Birmingham, I got the stats right here. I'll be Brian with the stats, but Birmingham's got 319 yards. Louisville had 266, 208 passing yards. Louisville had 225. But so Birmingham had it, but defense is always good.
Yeah, Matt Corral, how about him? He was in the Kenny Pickett draft. He came out of Mississippi State, or Ole Miss. I think he came out of Ole Miss. Ole Miss
Yeah.
with Lane Kiffin. He came out of Ole Miss, and he was a reliable quarterback, but he just didn't make it. I mean,
and experts had him higher than Kenny Pickett.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, yeah. It's just everybody had anybody higher than Kenny Pickett. They even had Malik Willis at number one. I mean, come on.
Well,
if you listen to the Mel Kipers of the world, Mel Kiper needs to retire. But
Liberty was good at that year. So.
Oh yeah, Hell Mew, man, he had them. Oh my gosh, I remember that. So but anyway. All right, tonight, welcome to the debut show of UFL Weekly. We're here every Sunday night during the UFL season, and we're talking UFL. We're going to dissect the 3 games. Tonight's the 4th game of the debut weekend of the UFL games, and also on Friday there was a game as well. So
before we go further, who do you think's going to win tonight's game, where it's happening right now?
I'm taking Columbus because of Todd Haley being their offensive coordinator.
But
Orlando's Anthony Beckett. He's not a bad coach. Look at Arlington was in the playoffs a couple times. They were in the championship game. So I mean, it could be a dogfight tonight, but I think Columbus will pull it out at the end. Todd Haley's their offensive coordinator, and we know about Todd Haley, you and I. So
Brian's on. He said, "Good evening in traffic in Greenville."
Oh, wow. Something must be really going on in Greenville. But thank you, Brian, for participating tonight in the show. So anyway, let me see what we got here. All right.
Don't worry about the other one.
Oh, yeah. I see it there.
Yeah.
All right. St. Louis Battlehawks beat the DC Defenders, last year's defending champions, 16-10. Another dogfight game. St. Louis Battlehawks, I don't know if they're as good as they were last year. I don't know if they've been in championship games and whatnot. I think they were last year, and they've also won. But their coach is, I believe, is AJ McCarron, and so their quarterback is Brandon Silvers. He was 16 for 28, 198 yards. Outside linebacker Pita Tomaruo, 6 tackles, 2.5 sacks. Defenders quarterback Jamin Taomu, 9 for 16, 123. He didn't have a really good game, or Pensman. That's bad stats.
That was a horrible game.
Yeah, the Battlehawks must have really came at him with some defense there. And wide receiver Seth Williams, 3 for 4, 51 yards. So not a really good game for the Battlehawks here, or DC Defenders in this game. All right, here's the game that I kind of suspected was going to be a high-scoring game due to the head coach of the Dallas Renegades. And those of you who don't know who it is Rick Neuheisel. And Rick Neuheisel's been around. He was with the Colorado Buffaloes back in the 90s when McCartney was their coach. I think his name was Don McCartney, I think it was. He was their head coach in Buffalo, and the Buffaloes played Notre Dame in the championship games. And then also he took over as coach at Colorado for a little while. Then he ended up at Washington, had some issues with the NCAA, with some gambling problems, was kicked out, went to the NFL for a little while, came back, was coaching at UCLA. I don't know what happened down there. He got fired, I guess, or whatever. And then now he's been around. He's been with the AAC when they had that American Football League that was ran by Heinz Ward, Pensman. Remember that league?
Oh, yeah.
A few years back. Yeah, they had that league. And then that folded after one season, and it didn't even get to the championship game, and they folded. And that's when the USFL came back. XFL started, rolling around, and they merged. But the story here is Neuheisel's been around. He's been in the NFL many times. He's been in college, and now he's back in the XFL or the UFL as the head coach of the Dallas Renegades. They beat Houston Gamblers. Here's what I don't understand. How come Kevin Sumlin still has a job? Houston hasn't been good at all under Kevin Sumlin. I think 1 year they had a good year. After that, it's been rough sledding for him. 36-17.
Yeah, I wanted to. Austin Reed was 26 for 40 for 376 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, Tyler Vaughn's 7 for 9.
That's crazy.
I know that is. Well, that's Rick Neuheisel's offense. Rick
Yeah.
Neuheisel is a very
Yeah.
good offensive-minded coach.
Yeah,
And
but us in America, we're used to seeing Dallas do horrible.
yeah, exactly. We are.
We're not used to them seeing 472 yards. That's crazy.
Houston Gamblers quarterbacks, Hunter Deckers. I remember him through some circles in the NFL. He's been around. So but we'll see what happened there. The Renegades' first drive ended with a missed field goal. There you go. A missed field goal. How would you like to have the name Pensman and the Maulers? When the Maulers were around, they had him on their team. He used to kick for Pitt, and he was in the NFL. He was with the Steelers for a little bit. Chris Blewett. How would you like to have that guy?
You'd be all the time.
Yeah, Blewett.
Orlando's up 6-0 right now.
Okay, good. Yeah, Orlando. Like I said, we'll see what happens. I mean, we got to see how good Columbus's defense is. But
we got a comment from London.
Oh, great. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know the name, but it said we love you from London.
Oh, good. Thank you. Yeah, we got a nice little contingency in London. I have Jill from London, or she lives in the UK. I'm sorry, the United Kingdom, but we got some London audience there.
Yeah, I didn't want to butcher the name.
No, don't worry about it. Well, hey, thank you in London. Appreciate it.
Shadows, I guess. I don't know.
That's it. There you go. All right. Hey, you know what? We got some great viewership tonight. As you can look, if you look at the top of the screen there, Pensman, we got some great viewership tonight. So
yeah, I see that.
Yeah, so that's great. I've been promoting.
Keep the chat moving.
Yes, indeed. And also, don't forget just like and subscribe to our Facebook pages, our YouTube channels, and Twitch. And don't forget, we're also on Kick Network. And we also don't forget, I have some announcements to make, as I always do at the end of the day here, at the end of the show here. So, all right, let's get into next week's schedule, Pensman. Let's look at next week's schedule. Here's we're going to look at that right now as soon as I get to it here.
DC's playing Columbus.
Yeah, DC at Columbus. This will be Columbus's home opener. This is going to be the Defenders' defense, who didn't look too good against Dallas. We'll see what they do against Columbus. This is it. I'm going to take Columbus in this game at home. I think DC loses a second game. They didn't look real good against the Dallas, or I'm sorry, Dallas played Houston. I'm sorry, DC. Yeah. They looked okay. I mean, it was a dogfight game, but they still lost 16-10. They have a good defense, but I think Columbus will pull it off at home.
Yeah, DC played St. Louis the weekend.
Yeah, that wasn't a bad game. Louisville versus Orlando. Orlando gets another home game back to back.
Yeah, they're playing right now.
Yeah, against Louisville. Louisville didn't look too bad until Chris Redmond made that stupid mistake. Chris Redmond's got to get his coaching. He's got to get himself together here and not make mistakes. Coaching decisions. I take Orlando at home on this one. What do you think, Pensman?
I got them too. I think they rebound.
Yeah, so do I. Birmingham at Houston. I'm taking Birmingham. I have no trust in Kevin Sumlin in Houston. None at all.
Yeah, I don't like Houston at all.
No. Birmingham's always been a good football team. Their head coach is A.J. McCarron, former quarterback. I believe
that's the only good thing about their game. Their team.
What is their head coach?
Yeah, I've always supported AJ, even though he was a Bengal. So I've always liked AJ. AJ was awesome.
Yeah, he was always, he was a quarterback. It was a backup, but he basically, he did his job when he had to, and then he played for the St. Louis Battlehawks last couple of years and took them to some championships. So I don't, he knows the game, and
Brian says he doesn't trust Kevin.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. Kevin, I don't understand how Kevin Sumlin still has a job. That's, let me say this about Kevin Sumlin. He was good at Houston when he coached at the Houston College, or the university, the Cougars. He was very good. Then he faded away. He went to Arizona. It stunk up the joint. I don't know what happened down in Arizona, but it was terrible. And he's been with Houston for a while now. He's back and forth into college, going in and out, like kind of like what Skip Holtz was doing with Northwestern and stuff like that. And I just don't understand what's going on with Houston Gamblers. I guess they must not care about winning or something, because they obviously continue to have this guy as their head coach, and I just don't get it. I mean, I really don't. So, but anyway, all right, let's get into actually, we talked about over the weekend on Saturday or yesterday, or no, it was about a week ago. We talked about some of the former Steelers who were on some of these rosters. But, anyway, yeah.
Desmond King had a good game.
Yeah, he did. Their head coach at Birmingham is A.J. McCarron. And Skip Holtz, he left. I guess he's staying at Northwestern. He was an offensive assistant to the assistant in the movie theater. I believe he's gotten bumped up, or he's doing something else. I'm not sure. I haven't kept track of what Skip Holtz was doing. But Skip Holtz had this team in the championship game, including against the Maulers about 3 years ago. He had a Maulers played him. It was a good game. Maulers blew it.
You see, Dallas and St. Louis are playing Tuesday.
Yeah, I see that. I don't understand what's going on with the.
That's what I was going to ask you, if you knew what was that about.
No, I did not know.
Everybody's playing Saturday and Sunday, and Dallas and St. Louis are playing on Tuesday.
Well, here's what's going on right now. The NFL, the UFL, everybody's trying to compete for these slots for football. They want to drown you with football. And, I had this discussion. I was on Ask the Cole with Tim Collins. I was on his show a few weeks back. And we talked about this, about how the NFL is having games on Christmas Day. I mean, come on. I mean, people want to spend time with their family on Christmas Day. I don't want to be watching football. I really don't.
I think this is the first Tuesday that any football has been played. I know.
Yeah.
I know the Steelers and Ravens had to move their game to a Wednesday because of COVID, but that was back in COVID. That's Wednesday. This is Tuesday.
And then don't forget that Buffalo game that dumb governor up in New York decided to shut. Who is a governor to shut an NFL game down? Come on.
Don't
you know what I mean?
That was the worst. That was the worst decision he ever made.
She ever made. Yeah, she ever made. Shut it down. I think that's why she got voted out. You know what I mean? Because she shut that game down with Buffalo and the Steelers. They had to play it on a Tuesday because of bad weather up there. But Buffalo said, the public works people up there said they could handle that.
9K. Yes, we're friends. 9K asking for friends.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I was like, yeah, we're friends. I'm going to his house in a couple of weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, we're friends. I'm going to do something from Clear and Present Danger. We're not only close friends, we're best friends. We're lifelong. We're going to be lifelong friends. How's that sound?
There you go. There you go.
Because they asked the president, the guy who played the president in that movie, were you friends with the drug cartel guy that got killed? And he went, yeah, we went to school together. We were we were close friends, lifelong friends, so he just, kept on making the, so anyway, but let me see here. What do we got here? Oh, I'll tell you later, Pensman. This ain't the show for it.
Okay. All right. I got you.
Fillmore, that's on the sports Still See Sports World.
Yeah.
I think it was either him or Big Rome said that Duke choked again.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Oh my. All right. Anyway. So don't forget next week, tune into the UFL games. The one on Tuesday, that shocks the heck out of me. But you know what? I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but Tuesday's a bad night for TV anyway. So,
that's probably why they're putting on the UFL game.
Yeah. Tuesday's a tough night for TV. I mean, it really is. It's not a really good night for TV
I'm just
at all.
saying that was weird to put it. I saw that schedule. I'm like, Tuesday.
Yeah, I know. But you know what? They're trying to flood us with football. I mean, like I said, the NFL now wants to have this year they're having Christmas Day games. I mean, come on,
Yeah, I get it.
And they're trying to play in every country across the world. Next we're going to be playing in Russia. I mean, come on. I mean,
London, it's London, Brazil now.
yeah.
And Saquon Barkley got scared of playing in Brazil. He wanted to get the game in and fly out of there as fast as the game was over.
Yeah, I know. That was a bad game, that Rio game.
Yeah.
They played in an old soccer stadium that wasn't made for football. They didn't have it ready right, It's just terrible. All right. Any more thoughts on UFL here, Pensman? We're going to wrap it up here.
No, you're good.
All right. So
we got week 1 and week 2 covered, so we'll cover next Sunday.
We will cover next Sunday's week 2. We're here every Sunday at 8:00. It's called UFL Weekly. We're covering UFL. And
hold on, we got a comment. Is it because of Easter next weekend? It could be.
Yeah, that's it too. That's right. Yeah, Easter. That's right. Thank you for that. Yeah, thank you for that. There you go.
Yeah, that's Brian, but
Brian.
It could be.
Yeah, don't forget to tune in to Brian's new platform, the Outlaw Sports Network, and also Pensman Sports as well. He does a lot of shorts with the Penguins, the Yankees, and the Steelers and things like that. Plus, he's on shows with myself, and he's also going to be a contributor to Draft Nation, and they're doing a hockey show. Pensman's going to be on there doing that.
I just got to get the word out, and I'll start doing that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And don't forget, all sports programming involving RW Media Productions will be uploaded onto Fan First Sports Network and also on the Draft Nation. And will be also uploaded on there as well. And let me see here. Okay, so.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Pensman.
No, the only thing I was going to ask you is I know week 1's done with the UFL, but do you have any favorites? Like, are you starting to follow any team?
Not really, because the Maulers aren't in it anymore. When the Maulers were in it, I followed it like crazy. In fact, I had my own Mauler show. I had a Mauler show I did.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so but I don't know. Really, I'm not following any team at this point that I really, have any. Maybe the one with the most ex-Steelers on it. There you go.
There you go. That works.
I can't wait to see what some of these ex-Steelers do. How about Benny Snell coming back?
Oh, I know.
Oh, my. I called him Benny Smell because he stunk up the joint so bad. It was just unbelievable.
How'd he do? Did you watch his game today, like yesterday or whatever? Did you see how he did?
I can find out.
Yeah. Since we're talking about it, know how he did stat-wise.
Benny Snell. Let's see here. Yeah, I can. Let's see here. Benny Snell. I'm sorry, Junior.
What about the kicker that made a 60-yard field goal?
Yeah. You got that right.
He actually called me and told me about that.
Yeah, 60-yard field goal. There's been some good field goals in the UFL like that. You know what I mean?
Well, we know it wasn't Blewett.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Oh man,
that game, man. That's just oh my god. Oh, Chris Blewett.
You and I were talking about tight ends earlier, and I was telling you about Jake Byam. I think that tops. How about Blewett?
Yeah, there you go. Blewett is right. All right, let me get the stats.
What's up, Blewett? How you doing?
Let's see what happened with him. If he even did anything at all. Let me see here. All right, Benny Smell. And I'm still going to call him Smell because he stinks. 5 attempts, 12 yards, 2.4 average. That was what he did with the Steelers anyway. So he stinks, in Detroit. He was with the Lions for a little while. So,
Columbus is making it a game at 6-3.
Yeah. That's cool. So
I still agree with Brian what he said yesterday about how they should have went for 4 though.
Oh yeah, Chris Redmond blew it. I mean, he really did. They should have went for the for that 4 points, and maybe just maybe Chris Redmond, being his first game as a head coach, kind of got what they call first coaching blues or whatever. You know what I mean? And that could have happened. I mean, so. But anyway,
do you think if Dallas wins the championship, do you think they'll celebrate in front of the Cowboy Stadium.
Well, that's
Just-
where they play.
No, I'm just saying. Do you think there'll be like a parade or something? I know that's where they play, but you think they'll be celebrating because something actually happened in Dallas?
Yeah, I know. Some good news. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I would. I mean, because that's like in Pittsburgh, the Pirates, the Penguins, and the Steelers haven't done anything. Riverhounds won a championship last year.
Yeah, no. Jerry Jones will be like, "What's going on?"
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he'll be like, "Oh, geez," Here we go. Yeah, here it is. What about the kicker? There you go. Yeah, Outlaw Sports Network. All right, Tiger Stripes Media. All right, let me see here. Okay, Columbus's head coach is Ted Ginn Jr. So you not only got Ted Ginn there, but he's got Todd Haley as his offensive coordinator, which was a good hire. So we'll see what happens there.
I hope they do good this year.
Oh yeah, so do I. You know what? If there was any team I probably would root for, Columbus maybe. That might be the team. Their new team and everything else. I heard Canton Akron was supposed to get a team. They're going to play at the Hall of Fame Stadium. They were supposed to get a team, but I guess that never happened. So I don't know.
Yeah, they got the Hall of Fame Stadium. They got the Browns Stadium. They have different choices.
Yeah, well, the Browns Stadium is going to be torn down. You do know Cleveland has approved. They're going to have a dome stadium, which I wish the Steelers would do, but they're too cheap. Because a dome stadium, believe it or not, Pensman, can do a lot for you. I mean, you can have events there all year round. I mean, you can have
we have a draft, but we could host a Super Bowl, even though we're not in it, but we can still host it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Even though we're not in it, we could host it, but
right.
Come on, Rooney.
Yeah. Well, I don't think it'll be him. I think once he sells off his share.
I'm just saying, come on, Rooney, let's get it together.
I'm still praying he gets out Art the second because he's ruining that team. He really is.
Well, they could put a roof on Acrisure Stadium, can't they?
Yeah, I think, but I heard it was going to cost more than the cost of what it was to build the stadium.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't know if they could add it on.
There's certain what they call architecture things you got to do. In different ways.
All the pieces.
Cheapest built stadium in the league. It only cost them $280 million. That was the cheapest made stadium in the league, and it looks that way too. I mean, seriously, it does. Not a bad seat in the house, though.
No.
I mean, no matter where you sit, you got a great sight line. Through River Stadium, there were parts of that you had to really, you had to kind of look over. And when you were in peanut heaven, you were in peanut heaven. I mean, at least at Acrisure, it's a little less than that.
I didn't go to the Steelers game, but I went to the Pirates game when there were Three Rivers, and that was horrible.
That was a bad experience. Yeah, that was. Yeah. They had to tarp off the scoreboard seating because it was a bad view from up there. You couldn't even see down the whole field. You couldn't see the outfield from the scoreboard.
They said PNC Park is nice, but I haven't been there yet.
Oh, it's beautiful. All right, a few announcements, and we're going to wrap it up here on UFL Weekly with me, Ralph Willams, Pensman Sports, and Brian Pettit. We're here every Sunday night at 8 p.m. To talk about the UFL football. All right, don't forget, coming up this Saturday, debut show, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. The Ralph Willams Show debuts on 93.5 The Beach in the Delmarva area. Down here, and we're broadcasting live tonight from Studio 10 here in Berlin, Maryland. And the Ralph Willams Show will be broadcasting on 93.5 The Beach FM. Sports Corner goes FM. Or I'm sorry, excuse me. The Ralph Willams Show goes FM. Okay. One more announcement I have to make, and I don't think I have the graphic for it yet, but I will get it. Last night, I received a contract from AM 620 in Pittsburgh, WKHB. Monday, 2 o'clock p.m. As soon as I sign the contract and get the date to start, I will be on Mondays, weekdays. Again, here we go. The Ralph Willams Show on a second weekday slot. One in Philly, one in Pittsburgh. Monday on WKHB. Monday at 2 o'clock. I will let you know when the start date is. The Ralph Willams Show. And then Friday at 3 o'clock p.m. Coming to get you, the fan. Friday at 3 o'clock. Every Friday at 3 o'clock, and coming soon. I'll let you know what the date is. Keep track of my social media platform, the Sports Corner Radio Show. So we'll be on Friday and Saturday. So I just want to let everyone know that as well. All right. So we're adding RW Media Productions, adding more radio slots and getting into more stations and on more outlets. And I want to thank WKHB for giving me the opportunity to put both of my shows on weekdays up in Pittsburgh. Something that some others wouldn't do.
I guess May Guy is a St. Louis fan.
Oh, well, there you go. St. Louis Battlehawks. They had Bruce Gradkowski, former Pittsburgher and former Steeler, as their offensive coordinator, and that's how they ended up in the championship games.
Yeah, I guess Mo Guy likes the St. Louis, so
hey, you know what?
That's good.
They sell the most tickets, and with that, the NFL's looking at an expansion into St. Louis, and if that happens, hey, good for them, because they're playing in the old RCA Dome. I forget what they call it now, where the Rams used to play. You know, when the Rams were there. So anyway, that's going on, and then also don't forget about this show every single Sunday night, and don't forget the Tuesday, the Sports Corner show. 4 to 6 p.m. We're special 2 hours till the draft. I have my guest, Jerry White, will join us at 5:30 on Tuesday to talk about the Buffalo Bills.
Battle Dome.
Yeah, is that what it's called now?
Well, according to Mo Guy, it's Battle Dome.
Battle Dome. Okay. All right, every Tuesday, 4 to 5 p.m., but we're 2 hours for the Sports Corner show every Tuesday. And then Wednesday, don't forget about the Ralph Willams show on Philadelphia's WWDB. And with that, every fourth Wednesday of the month, we do a live call-in show. And this week on the Ralph Willams show in Philly and in Pittsburgh, my guest will be Pennsylvania State Representative Valerie Gatos. She's got some news for you, some good news. And the good news is they're getting rid of the inheritance tax in Pennsylvania. They want to do that. There's a bill out there.
Man, I thought it was all tax.
And minimum wage is going up in Pennsylvania. It is actually minimum wage is actually going to go up in Pennsylvania. It made it through the House. The Senate needs to pass it. They're also got that bill getting ready to go through the House and the Senate to eliminate the inheritance tax.
Oh, now so they finally approved the $15.
Well, no, it's not going to be $15. What it's going to be is it's going to start out at 11, and then every 2 years it's going to go up. It'll go to 13 and then to 15. So and then it'll max out at 15.
Yeah.
So, well, you know what? I'll tell you what, I got a lot to talk about this Saturday coming up on my new show in the Del Mar on 93.5 The Beach. They want to, Wes Moore, the governor down here in Maryland, he wants to raise the minimum wage to $25 an hour. Come on. I mean, I'm not against the worker making money, but come on, Mike. I mean, it depends.
I know.
I mean, it's $25 an hour. You know how many small businesses are going to go out of business? I mean, come on, seriously now. I mean, all right, don't forget
that's going to hit hard.
Oh, I know. And don't forget, starting this week, the weekend of Ralph, and we start off with this, and then we go into this, the Ralph Willams show up in Pittsburgh, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. right after the Ralph Willams show here in the Delmarva region. So there you go. All right, and then don't forget about the and then the 10 a.m. show here with me, myself, Pensman Sports, Brian Pettit, and Leo Haggerty. The wrong graphic. Hold on. Let me find. Oh, here it goes. Every Saturday, 10 a.m. With me, Ralph Willams, Pensman Sports. We're right here on our YouTube channels, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, X, and the Kick Network as well. And so we'll be simulcasted on Pensman Sports and on the new Outlaw Sports Network as well. And then don't forget Saturday afternoon, last but not least, to finish out the Saturday of Ralph, and actually the weekend of Ralph, but here, the Sports Corner Radio Show every single Saturday, 2 to 3 p.m., 1250 a.m. The Answer 92.5 on the FM dial. And theanswerpgh.com with me, Ralph Williams, Smoking Jim Frazier, Claudia Rosano, and Luther Dupree. Our guest this week will be Joe Kuglis from Draft Nation. He had another obligation last week, couldn't make it, but will be on with us this week to talk about the NFL draft. He's the best in the business at doing so. And then don't forget, Sunday, 10 to 11 a.m. on 1250 The Answer, 92.5 on the FM dial, theanswerpgh.com. The Ralph Williams Show with me, Ralph Williams, and my co-host. He's back, Tony Moreno. Here we go. All right. And, Pensman, any final thoughts before we wrap it up?
Against Seattle tomorrow night at 9:30. They just got the series sweep against the Giants yesterday. I was too tired. I was busy, so that's why I didn't stream last night. But hopefully the Yankees keep the winning streak going. So
yeah, let's see what happens.
Judge needs to get out of this little slump. He's 2 for 13 so far, and he has 2 home runs. So.
Well, Skeens didn't have a good game on Thursday, so it seems like all the ones that played in the World Baseball Classic are now struggling all of a sudden.
Yeah,
you know, maybe they ought to think twice about going to that. You know what I mean?
Before we close it, let's talk about that for a little bit.
Yeah.
Instead of having the professionals do it, let's have some like unknown people.
Well, like some of the minor leaguers, like in the AAA or something like that, or Double A, or some of your real nice young players. Yeah. I mean, they're just as good as the professionals, but they just
get the prospects playing.
Right, exactly. And you know what's funny though? I told everybody,
and then you and I can talk about it. We get to know who's on our teams.
Who's on our teams? Exactly. That is true. You are correct. We already know Aaron Judge. We already know Paul Skeens. We already know all these guys. So I mean, and I've said this 1,000 times, and people, again, here we go. People don't think I don't know what I'm talking about here. I told you about all those Caribbean teams: Venezuela, Cuba, Puerto Rico. With a few of these other teams. I told everybody that they were better than the United States, and nobody believed me. And guess what? The United States got beat again. Because from one of them Caribbean teams. Those teams down there know how to play baseball. It's so good that the Pittsburgh Pirates, which, of course, I'm not going to go into this real in depth, but they ended up having a facility down there in Puerto Rico where they can, develop Puerto Rican players to play on the Pirates. Okay, they actually have an academy down there, and they have a training facility down there. That is how good they are. The Caribbean, Cuba, and some of these other places, Venezuela, all right, have some great baseball teams. They know how to play baseball in the Caribbean. Look at Roberto Clemente. Mm-hmm. Look at Ricky Henderson. He was from Puerto Rico. Look at him. All right. Look at some of these guys who have played in the Caribbean, who have been in baseball. Okay. So I mean, Samoans, they're good at playing football. Look at all the Samoan players in football that have been good over the years. I mean, so
right.
I like this more than I make.
Yeah, but I know everybody watched the game yesterday, and I know everybody knows him now. But if Sonny Gray was still in the AAA and AA, and he probably didn't know him then. But I'm just saying, get some of these minor leagues prospects.
Yeah, exactly. Why don't we have the prospects?
That you'll know who Sonny Gray is when he was called up. But I know everybody knows him now. But I'm just saying.
Well, here's another thought. How about some of the ones that you have these non-roster invitees that always show up at these spring training camps? Why don't you send some of them down there to this World Baseball Classic? Like some non-roster invitees. There might be some veterans or something. They might get involved in that, or have them, blend in. You know what I mean?
We could easily send Spencer Jones over there. That's fine.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Something like that. Guys who couldn't do it here, maybe they'll do it there. You know what I mean? And they can make a name for themselves by doing it there. You see what I'm getting at? It's just like if you play in the UFL here, okay, and you want to try to make it back into the NFL, okay? This is an opportunity for you to do that. Now we have all these arena leagues now where you have minor league, lower lower grade arena leagues and stuff.
Yeah.
Now, and guys are trying to get back into the NFL. They go through those leagues. Okay. So that's what I'm saying, because see, the NFL blew it. They blew it when they had that League of American Football or whatever they had there, the one that Hines Ward was the GM for. Okay.
Yeah, that one, yeah.
For some strange reason, that didn't work out. I don't know what happened. I don't know if they marketed it bad. I don't know what they did wrong. That was their feeder system. They took all those players from there and moved them into the NFL. And the NFL needs to get a feeder system again. They used to have the World League of American Football. That went down the toilet. So
they had XFL and all these.
Yeah, well, XFL was they ended up merging with the USFL because neither one of them leagues can make any money.
No.
And so I don't understand what's going on down in Birmingham. Birmingham Stallions is their only professional football team down there, and they don't draw. I don't understand what's going on down there. I don't know if those people are poor. I don't know if it's I don't know. I just don't. You would think that someone that doesn't have anything to offer. Look at St. Louis, how they've supported the Battlehawks. San Antonio, when they had their team, the Brawlhawks, they were selling out down there.
Did Dax Anderson said, "Ralph, my dude, it's good to see you."
Hey, thanks, Dax. Appreciate it. Yeah, I know Dax. I know who that is. Yeah, thank you, Dax. Much appreciated, man. Thank you. Thank you for being part of the show. As my friend Ryan would say on his Two Dumb Yinzers podcast, it's good to see everybody on the board here, on the board. So there you go. All right. For Pensman Sports, I'm Ralph Williams. Thank you for being part of tonight's show. We'll be back next Sunday for UFL Weekly, where we talk about UFL and a few other things here. We'll be back next Sunday here at 8 p.m. at our usual time, usual places, usual platforms. And as Batman used to say, same bat time, same bat channel. Well, same channel.
And hopefully next week, Brian will join us next week.
Yes, hopefully he'll join us, and we might even have a guest or two on. You never know. So we'll see you next week. Until then, have yourself a good one. Don't forget to tune into all of our programming this week on all of our social media platforms, and stay tuned. The Ralph Williams Show and Sports Corner on weekdays in Pittsburgh. I'm coming to get you. Odyssey, I'm coming to get you. Yes, I am.